Hey friends, it's time for a timeout. So grab your favorite beverage and your favorite chair and join us on today's show. Get ready to send us your comments and questions for our incredible guest. I'm your host, Steve Francis. It's going to be a great night on Time Out with Steve. So hey everybody, hey y'all, welcome in. Glad you're here tonight. Already got some comments going on the screen and people coming in. It's so great to see y'all. Welcome in, gather around, grab a chair, grab someone you love, join us. And we're so glad you're here. We even got a comment coming in from YouTube tonight from the Fixer of Broken Stuff. The Yorks are here. And the Shawl is here. That's great to hear. Hey, guys. So glad that y'all are here tonight joining us. So, hey, everybody. Come on in. Gather around. Glad y'all are here tonight. We've got some great guests for you. And so excited to just be back with you on this Tuesday night. I know there's supposedly a storm coming in, but, hey, we're not worried about that. We know the one who calms the storms. Amen? You know it. Hey, have you been to the store this week? Went to the store and seems like people are back. There was lots of people in the store and lots of people everywhere, it seems like. And so we got to talking today. We said, hey, where is the first place, the first restaurant you want to go eat? Now, I don't know about you guys, but we have not eaten out since this whole thing started, even like takeout. I think one time we went through a drive-thru for just like some French fries or something. But we haven't eaten out since this whole thing started. So we were talking today, where is the first place you're going to go eat when all this gets back, which sounds like it's next week, maybe, hopefully. And so it'd be interesting. Maybe we'll do a show on that. Where's the first restaurant you want to go eat? And gosh, I'm a little hungry right now. So let's see what you guys are saying. The Christophers, hello from David and Joyce. Hey, guys, so glad you're here with us tonight. Someone says, looks pretty clear and nice where you are. Well, you know, the first night I told you I was kind of hoping to bring a little cheer, so I threw the beach in behind you. Now, we were planning to go to the beach on spring break back in March, but all that got canceled, and here we are. But maybe you can dream about the beach. Linda Collins, great to see you. Hey, it's great to see you, Linda. Thanks for joining us tonight. Oh, Regina York already. El Charros, Little Mexicano. Yeah, I bet they're going to have a big line the first 2-3 weeks. People are ready for some Mexican food at El Charros. They even have 2 locations here, and I bet they'll both be jam-packed. So, hey, again, just send in your comments, good stuff, and even your jokes. If you got a good joke, I'd be happy to share your joke. Here's my dad joke of the night before we get started with our guests. You ready? What do you call a dinosaur that is sleeping? What do you call a dinosaur that is sleeping? A dino-snore. A dino-snore. Yeah, well, pretty good. Okay, Hannah Riggs, hey, you're with us. Hey, Hannah. El Charro, bring on the cheese dip. You got that right. They'll be having to make some extra cheese dip when all this gets back going. So I saw a couple of the guys the other day at the store, and just super nice, and they're ready to get back at it too. But yeah, cheese dip's going to be a big hit for sure. And Linda Collins says catfish at Ozark Cafe. Man, that's some good stuff right there. You guys are on it tonight, guys. Kimberly Roof says Tio's. That's an old friend from Poplar Bluff, and Tio's is a really good Mexican place too. So, yeah, lots of good stuff. Well, let's get right to it, guys. I've got a great guest tonight, Jill and Phil Pietroburgo, and let me see here if I can just bring them in. So, hey, there's Phil, there's Jill. Hey, guys, are you here?
Hey, hi, Steve.
Hey, welcome in. So glad you guys are here tonight.
Well, we're thankful to be here. Thanks for having us.
Awesome. I love the background behind you guys, and you guys look good. I saw them a little early. I'm like, man, y'all kind of even dressed up a little bit. You look nice. It's good. Okay, so did I say the name correct? Is it Pietroburgo, or is there like some official way to say your last name?
That's beautiful. You pronounced it beautifully.
I didn't know if you
My
were.
friend would be proud.
Oh wow! I didn't know if you were supposed to roll those R's or like Pietroburgo, or if there was something like that supposed to happen.
According to my father, authentic. If we were living in Italy, it would be Pietroburgo,
Ah, ooh, that sounds nice.
but a little official for Missouri.
I like it.
So we like Pietroburgo.
I like it. So, how are you guys doing with all this Corona stuff and what's going on with the Pietroburgos? What have you guys been up to?
We're just thankful, blessed. We've been healthy through it. We're thankful that our church family obviously has been healthy through it. And likewise, our extended families have had good health. We're very thankful for that.
So,
I
you
think
guys,
probably the deepest touches we've had, with dealing with this whole pandemic has been not being able to see Jill's mom every day like we're used to. Jill has been super, super faithful going to Brookhaven and making window visits, and I get in there with her on most of those. But she is such a daughter to her mom. I just got to brag on her. Takes her treats and things like that.
I take her a treat every day, and so she's gotten really spoiled. Like, she wants her treat, and so like when we go to have a window visit, she'll just be like, she won't hardly talk because she's eating her treat, So,
wow.
She likes that. So little bit of sunshine in the.
Yeah, definitely. So, Jill, we're talking about your mother here, and she's in a care facility, correct?
Yeah.
She's right at Brookhaven.
Okay. So you're seeing her every day through a window of some sort, I guess, or do you get to go into the facility?
Oh no. Yeah, it's really strict.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you're trying to take care of her, and you're taking care of Phil too, and your family. All that. Yeah. So let's hear a little bit of your story tonight. Where did you guys grow up?
Well, I was born in Oklahoma City, and then my parents adopted me. Actually, I'm adopted, and I was just a baby. And then we lived in Oklahoma till about first grade, and then I moved here and grew up here ever since that, and didn't leave till after college.
Okay.
I mean, after high school. Sorry.
Gotcha. So you've lived a few different places.
Yeah, just Oklahoma. Well, then after we got married, we lived in several places. But
okay.
But we met in college.
Okay. And Phil, where did you grow up?
I grew up in the St. Louis area, in the suburbs in North County. So I lived close to Florissant, Missouri. And then we ended up living there and raising our children through a good half of their upbringing, basically. And at that time, we were in Hazelwood, which is just neighboring to Florissant. So interestingly, when we got to know you, Steve, one time you and I were visiting, we learned that we were there at the time that you were there.
Yeah.
I believe at a church called Parker Road
Baptist
Church.
Yes. And we talked.
I don't know the timing. We did visit Parker Road Baptist at one time.
Wow.
We ended up finding a church that was really close to our home that we ended up going to. But we did come for a visit there. Of course, I don't know. It would have been 1996, 97, 98, somewhere in there.
Yeah. Could have been.
I don't know if that overlapped with you at all.
Could have been, for sure, yeah. And then we talked, since we're talking about food tonight, we talked about our favorite place to eat, which was a little place called Peroni's.
That
was right next door to us.
Oh, gosh. Thin crust pizza, homemade salad dressing, homemade sauces, authentic little place that was incredible.
Yeah, yummy. Yes. That was right next to our first house
Whoa.
where we lived. Mhm.
Wow.
And I'm not one who misses the suburban or city life, but you've just named one thing that I'd have to admit. I do miss that St. Louis style pizza.
Ah,
Number of great pizzerias up there.
so good. So good. So
So I'll
good.
tell you a little story while we're talking about this because it's really
Sure.
kind of a neat story.
Yeah.
Our biggest travel. I mean, you've been out of the country a little more than I have with some mission trips when she was in college, but our biggest trip as a family was we saved money for probably a couple of years, and my parents and our family, including our kids, we went to Italy and got to have the experience of going back to the old country, so to speak, to my dad's relatives. Now, my dad was born in America, but his parents were both born in Italy, in Sicily. So while we're there, somehow we had learned beforehand that the Peroni family had opened a pizzeria on the island of Sicily, and it was called Pizza Pizza San Luigi,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So Pizza St. Louis,
Whoa.
making St. Louis style pizza in Italy. And so we were pretty excited about that. And it turned out there was one evening where we went to the city of Palermo. And then on the way back, my dad directed us to this town and we went to the square. A lot like the square here in West Plains. You go to the square, the town center, and there's the sign, Pizza San Luigi. But it was a Monday night, and Pizza San Luigi was closed.
Ah.
So we
So,
got pizza.com.
yeah.
We ended up with pizza.com.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Well,
There's a place a couple doors down, pizza.com. I
I
guess you could
heard
order online or whatever. And
I heard Peroni's you can order it and they put it like on dry ice and ship it to you. And every once in a while, Sherry and I threaten to do that because the pizza is so good.
Yeah.
I think we ought to do a double date that night for sure.
Oh, I'm in. I'm so in. Speaking of that, how long have you guys been together?
It'll be 30 years this in August, so we're on number 29.
Well, don't sound so excited, Miss Jill.
I'm
Number
I'm excited she remembered.
Ah,
Why would I not remember?
That's pretty awesome.
so so it's coming up on 30.
Yep. Coming up on 30,
Wow.
August the 4th, we were married here at First Baptist Church.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Wow. That's awesome. What a great memory. Then your daughter
Oh,
got married here, Grace, and almost burned the place down.
That's why we had to get carpet.
Ah,
hope this is being edited
oh
somehow.
no, it's not being edited. So Phil's daughter Grace Pietroburgo, got married here to Mr. Sherling, and there was some. Correct me if I'm wrong here, but there was some greenery on the stage near some candles, and I guess the greenery kind of semi caught on fire or melted or that kind of thing.
Mhm.
And we've really given Phil a grief about that ever since. But tell the story. Let's tell the story because I love the way you tell the story, Phil.
Oh, well, what I remember is that day, of course, like any father of the bride, it didn't go as planned. Um, got here plenty early, and planned that there might be some hiccups. But things, of course, obstacles occurred. And before I knew it, I was getting dressed rather hurriedly. I'd brought my, outfit for the wedding, my suit. And there was probably just 20 minutes, maybe a little more, maybe a half hour before the ceremony was to begin. And I was finishing dressing and I get a cell phone call that says, there is smoke in the sanctuary. Now, that was not something I was expecting. So, of course,
I
I
don't think I've ever heard this part.
hurried to the scene, and by that time, it was already taken care of. We want to give credit to Josiah Tombley and Jensen Heidi, saved the wedding saved our church.
So
And
they were the
hopefully it
fire.
wouldn't have been any worse than a little smoke, but they did take care of it. Supposedly, Josiah was on the main floor. He said about halfway from the stage, and Jensen was up in the balcony and saw something. She said, I really couldn't tell what it was, but she knew it wasn't right. And she said, Josiah, something's up there. And he became the hero
Awesome.
of First Baptist Church.
What a story. What a story. I love it. I've heard it several times and I still love to hear it. It's a great story. Okay, so speaking of family, you've got Grace Pietroburgo. Tell us about the rest of your crew.
Well, our oldest is Jesse, so he's 24 and he's working on his doctoral program in physical therapy.
Wow.
So he's at SBU.
Cool.
And then Samuel is 18 and he's finishing high school. He's a senior next year.
Okay.
So he'll finish up and then we'll see what happens. I mean, it might be free. I don't know.
Wow. So Grace is in the middle.
Yep.
Okay.
Grace is in the middle, so she's 21 and
Okay.
she will finish her degree. She has one more semester and then she'll have a degree in equestrian science.
Wow, so you have 2 children in college right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Woo! Pray for these people.
Well, Jesse's on loan, so.
Okay. All right. Still pray for these people. Okay, I heard today was a National Blueberry Pie Day. Do you guys like blueberry pie?
Ooh. Oh, that sounds fantastic.
I kind of thought you did, Phil, so I brought that up. So I guess we're on food today. I don't know. It's interesting. So actually, Phil, you cook too. I've seen some of your like famous chocolate chip cookies and some other concoctions, right?
A little bit.
Okay.
This is our cook in the Pietroburgo family.
But you're good at the baking.
I do love to get in the kitchen, though. Actually, we would say that probably one of our favorite things to do together is to cook.
Okay.
Spend time and just be able to actually slow down, enjoy the process of cooking. And typically, one thing we do like to try to plan into our year is to at least have one time where we get away for a night or two.
That's great.
We weren't good about that early in our marriage, but I don't know, the last 15 years for sure. And anyway, one of the things we love to do is just go to a place where we can have a kitchen and bring food. And, and cook together. So yeah, I do enjoy that.
Okay, so favorite place to go?
Oh, like place?
Yeah, favorite place to go.
What are you gonna say?
I don't know.
Oh, I thought sure you were gonna say the beach.
Oh, you need somewhere big. I don't know. What are you going to say?
I would have said you were going to go by water, I would have thought. But I love to get away. I'd like to do like a cabin.
We were going to go to the Smoky Mountains, but we've canceled that. So
bummer.
We were looking forward to that.
We love going there for sure. Okay, so I've heard you talk about cabin. I've heard you talk about getting away. So that kind of points us into the Eagle's Wings Ministries of the Ozarks. What's a quick version of what that's about?
Well, quickly, I guess 24 years ago, God kind of laid on our heart to have a ministry, or we just had a passion for helping those in need who needed rest and renewal. And we didn't necessarily know exactly what that meant, but it took a while before God really, we had a lot of changing in our own hearts. We had a lot of renewing we had to do ourselves. And so that didn't really happen until, what was the first thing? I don't remember the exact year, but basically now God has shown us the vision for that. And so in the town here in West Plains, we now have a ministry house that we have. We call it Eagles Wings Cottage. And so even tonight, there's a counselor there from Kansas City, and he's meeting with people in our area for the next 4 days. And so people come here, pastors, missionaries, people from like all over. We've had people from Africa and India and all across the United States that come here, and also just people, that might have family traveling in and they just need extra space. I mean, we also rent it just to other people, but God has just really blessed it and blessed the people that come there. It's just, I don't know what you want to say, but
it's been a joy to be a part of. Like Jill said, and this actually relates to what we were talking about before about loving to get away and knowing how that can be important. I love Logan Valley's slogan, getting away to draw closer. And that can be getting away to draw closer to God, of course, is what Logan Valley's slogan is all about. And that's what those times are for us too, but they're also getting away to get closer in our relationship, and in our family when we do family vacations. But we found that so meaningful to us that we thought other people who can't get away to do that need that opportunity. And we were blessed a lot of times in those early years with a gift here or someone saying, hey, you can come stay at our place while we're on vacation, that kind of thing. And so it just touched us that this is something that we'd like to comfort others with, that comfort with which we've been comforted. And so it's been a joy. And just hearing people share how their time was blessed for one reason or another while they were at the cottage makes it all worthwhile.
It's awesome. Eagles Wings Ministries of the Ozarks.
It's a little, yes,
right?
And it's easy to find. It's just here, just west of the square in downtown. It's at 609 Garrett Street.
Okay.
Now, Garrett Street is almost like a little alley there. It almost feels like an alley. It is 2 lanes, but it's real tight. But it's right in between Monks and Pierce on Garrett Street. And that's just 1 block south of West Main.
Awesome. That's great. Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about you guys. So, Phil, you're the children's minister at First Baptist. Is that correct?
You bet.
What's a children's minister do?
Oh, lots of fun things. Samuel always likes to tease me about that. One time, Austin Riggs and I were in a putt-putt challenge just not too long ago with area youth pastors. And so I went to work ready for putt-putt, dressed in my golf clothes, and came home. And, of course, he's like, well, you just always go and play golf and things like that at church. You're always doing fun things. And it's actually true. It's always lots of fun projects. Of course, there's lots of staples to the work, lots of things that we're doing on an ongoing basis. For instance, our Sunday school program, our children's church, our Roots program, things that are going on throughout the year to be a part of that child's diet in the Word. And just what I see the whole ball of wax being is it's all about families, of course, where children are learning to know God. And children's ministry is just an opportunity for families to hopefully have a partnership with the church, in doing that, in raising their children up in the way of the Lord. So lots of things that are ongoing, of course, but lots of fun projects. I mean, have had a blast with our VBS, of course. Looking forward to that this year, by the way. There'll be lots more word coming out about that soon as we look forward to opening back up, of course. VBS at the end of June. This year, it's about skyscrapers, concrete, and cranes.
Awesome. Yeah. Now, Miss Jill, you also work, I would say, with children as well, right?
Where I work?
Yes.
Yeah, I've been at the West Plains School District for 2 years now, and my master's is actually in early childhood special ed. So I'm kind of full circle back around doing that. That's kind of where I started in. And then I kind of went into mental health for a while, too. And then I'm kind of back into this. So,
It's
but
great.
I love it. I forgot how much I loved, kids, that age range, and it's just so fun. So, and I got a great job. I get to travel around. It's like perfect for me because that's what I've done. My whole career is go into homes and work with families and work with kids. So it was a perfect fit for what I was already used to doing. So
Excellent. And Phil, while you've always, I think, served somewhere in the church, you really have a school business background, right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. So when we met, I was searching, to be honest. I wasn't really clear on where I was going, and I kind of tagged along. After Jill and I met, I became really intrigued with the fact that she was in elementary education. And I started to realize that
you
that's.
thought it was easy.
Oh no, I did not. Never. And anybody who would ever think that, that's the wrong thing, because education is truly, it's a marathon type career that you work at, that each year, is such a journey that you go on with those kids.
Sure.
So it's the farthest from that.
Sure.
But anyway, I realized education was where I had a lot of meaning in my life as a kid growing up. And probably where I felt successful a lot was at school. And so pursued elementary education. I taught for 7 years, I believe it was, elementary classrooms in grades 4 and 5. And then I started to move into administrative work after that. So, and concluded my career, wonderful opportunity here in Willow Springs in the Ozarks. My last 10 years I spent as the principal there at the middle school. Awesome, awesome place to be able to finish my career. A very godly environment that Willow has, and I was very proud to be a part of that.
That's great.
Just the environment and staff.
It's good to see you guys work as a team, and I think what's really cool is you guys bring the, you might say, educational knowledge of how kids learn and grow and form and interact, and then you bring the heart for Christ, and you lead them to Jesus. So it's kind of like the best of both worlds, right?
I agree.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yes,
it's cool.
Definitely.
All right.
Although I've loved everything I've done, I mean, this is definitely for me a mountaintop. When you look at career path, I mean, this is a mountaintop experience for me.
It's
and to be
great.
able to put those things together, and like you said, do it directly for the Lord is extremely rewarding.
Excellent. Well, it shows how you guys serve and how you guys care, and I think how you serve each other, and obviously serve the church and the children, and it's just incredible to see your gentleness and your care and your compassion. And someone said today, I think I saw on a post somewhere when we were promoting the show tonight, said, "Phil's the nicest person I know." And he's a nice guy. He's a pretty nice guy. Would you say that's true, Jill?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's great. Okay, I've got a joke for you. Who was the biggest sinner in the Bible?
Well, I'm going to. I mean, yeah, it's supposed to be a joke. I was trying to think scripturally. I mean, Paul kind of almost says he's the one that,
True.
if anything,
True.
Right in that one passage. But I wouldn't say that, because I think all of us know that we're on equal footing there.
Well, the punch of the joke is Moses, because he broke all 10 commandments at once.
That's good. I like that one.
I don't think I've done that. I'm pretty sure I broke some of them, but I don't think, hopefully, I broke them all 10 at the same time. So hopefully we're all right there. All right, so we're doing great. Anything y'all want to say before we go tonight? Anything on your heart or your mind that you just want to say, hey, this is something I want to say?
you have anything?
Go ahead.
Well, I do. I just want to say I'm so thankful for this opportunity you've created. We've enjoyed the previous shows and the way that this is helping to promote the connectedness in our church. We miss you guys terribly. Trying to have fun around here still, and I think we're still having some fun, but it's not the same. We want everybody back as a church family, and looking forward to that. It's been a long haul.
Yes.
Getting through all this. So
yes.
We'll continue, of course, praying that.
You guys need to do one of those videos like that teacher guy. Skateboards.
Yeah, things that pastors do when it's just us here at the church. He's thinking about Jerry. What's his last name? He came to your school district, to West Plains, of course, here. But he's the guy that does the funny teacher videos. He's the principal. Tennessee? Is he from Tennessee? Can't remember. But anyway, he's funny.
Okay, good. Excellent. Well, I think we're going to sign off. Tomorrow is National Shrimp Scampi Day. So if you feel in the mood for that, shrimp scampi. So that might be something you guys could cook up together. I always encourage...
Shrimp, so.
Say again?
I just bought some shrimp. So.
Aye, perfect.
We'll do that.
Always encourage everyone to share our program. And our Thursday night guests are Daniel and Rhonda Hinton.
Woo-hoo!
And so they're part of our church, and we're going to hear their story. So thank you guys so much for sharing your story tonight. We really appreciate it.
We'll keep the seats warm for you, Daniel and Rhonda.
Okay, great. Hey, thanks for sharing tonight. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys on Thursday.
See you later, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Steve.